All right, we are live. And yes, we're live. Well, hopefully we're live. Somebody will let us know. Um, Hello, everybody. Hey, my name is Mark Fly. I'm the product evangelist here at ConstructConnect. I'm also known as the Big Coach. I'm sure you've heard of me. If you haven't, I have a great segue on that I'll tell you about later. But hey, I am here today with Amanda Moore and with Katie Pickard, and we are going to talk about the next ConstructConnect Academy that is coming up June 23rd. Now, there's a slight history about the Academy. We used to do these live, and then that dreadful thing called COVID hit and kind of made a lot of people readjust, and we started doing the academies into a virtual setting. And it worked out really well so far. We are on number 3, in case you've attended all of them, and there should be some award for that. Our first one was in October of last year. It was a virtual one. We did everything a little differently, a very manual, hands-on discovery process, but it was a success. And then we've upgraded to a new software that we used on the last Academy, which was March 17th, St. Patty's Day, I remember. And it was, again, a success and way above the first one. Now we're using this new streaming software. There's all this new stuff. And for an old guy like me, I have no kids left at home to show me how to use all this stuff. So any technical errors, I'm going to apologize for. Number one, my first apologetic was there is a difference between 10 o'clock Central and Eastern. And sometimes we struggle with that because we all work remotely. So for those of you that came on an hour ago and probably put everything aside to join us, my sincere apologies, but here we are. So we're going to talk a little bit about what this next Academy has to entail. But before I do that, I want to introduce you to these very special ladies who I have traveled with, I have trained with, I know them very well. They have a passion that is unsurpassed for helping our customers, not just current customers, but future customers and just those in the pre-construction industry alone. So first off, Miss Katie, I would like to ask you if you would, tell everybody who you are and what you do here at ConstructConnect.
Absolutely. Thanks, Mark. I'm Katie Pickard, and I'm the director of the training and pre-sales team for the takeoff and estimating segment, covering all on-center products, on-screen takeoff, quick bid, digital production control, and ConstructConnect takeoff. And my team teaches all of you how to use those programs. And we also help with sort of the discernment process. So if you are looking at those products and trying to figure out what you want, we can kind of serve as consultants, to kind of dig into your trade and your business and figure out, just dig deep into the program and figure out if it's a good fit for you. So we help you from beginning to end, or not end, but beginning to implementation with your product. So that's what we do.
Awesome. And what your role is?
I'm the director of training and pre-sales.
That's right. Okay. Mm-hmm. And I think you did say that. So with all this knowledge that you have and the experience that you have doing what you just described, how does that play into your role within the Academy in the sessions and so on?
Absolutely. So we really highly, as a company, we really value industry knowledge. Not just learning our products, not just learning every dot and line in the product and what it can do, the functions, but why it does what it does. And because we value that, we train hard all of our product specialists across the business to understand why we built the tools the way we built them, and to understand what different workflows are in takeoff and estimating, so that we're kind of consulting you all the way through the process when you adopt. So you're not coming to somebody that has never heard of bidding and doesn't understand what an estimating process is and what's at stake if you get it wrong, and how hard it is to fight for your flag in the ground as you're building your business. Like, we are partnering with you to make sure that you are using our tools, to make your business grow. So we're constantly learning and constantly investing in our own knowledge about the industry. And this particular academy, we have set aside an entire track that we're calling Pro Tips. So we had a couple of sessions last time that we dipped our toe in the water of this thing. They were very wildly popular with Greg Duica, one of our trainers who has like 20 years industry experience, 20 years experience in our business. And he kind of shared all of his hard-earned tips over the years. And we're bringing that back as a whole track, and we're expanding it. And we're going to talk through, are you asking all the right questions for takeoff? When you're putting your takeoff together, do you know where to find the little hidden things, the little hidden gems that could cost you money at the end of the day or make you money at the end of the day? Do you have a process for predicting labor costs and production? Do you know how to do that? What are your processes? What kind of checklist do you go through when you are bidding? Like, you built your whole bid out. Do you know that it is competitive the way you put it together? What's your personal checklist to make sure you've kind of covered everything? And then when your bid is complete, what kind of analysis do you go through? Because other people need that information. You win the bid, you need to get that information out to the field. You need to get it out to accounting. You need to get it out to a lot of different people. How do you analyze the massive information you have just put together and make it palatable for all these other parties that need to help you be a success? And so we're bringing Greg back to teach those sessions. We're also bringing back Stephanie Klein, also one of our trainers. She actually came from the estimating field as well. So the two of them are a little powerhouse of wisdom, and they are going to share their collective experiences and tell you all kinds of great stuff. So that's what we're doing with sort of industry knowledge this time around. It's very exciting.
And I want to kind of piggyback on that too. So having traveled, all three of us here right now have traveled extensively to do live training and on our products, and we've dabbled in the thought leadership as well in the live setting. We saw this as a great opportunity as well in the virtual setting to expand upon that. So I want to make sure to emphasize, as you see these ConstructConnect Academies, which will be held quarterly, and we'll talk a little bit more about that towards the end, you're going to see more and more of industry knowledge and thought leadership piggybacking or riding alongside with our product training and everything else. But we want to make sure that we're not just here for you to come get training for our products. We're here to train you for the industry itself.
That's right.
As Katie said, the passion here, you will not find more passion than the three of us right here. Well, there's several others, but they couldn't be on here at the moment. But so I wanted to emphasize that is going forward, you will see this whole ConstructConnect Academy just start developing more and more to be highly recognized. So we're super excited with that. Katie, there was another a couple questions I had too on the
Sure.
The sessions. So we're going to do some training sessions on some products. Mm-hmm. One of the things that we have decided upon internally is to not have the same thing every time. We want to keep it fresh, and we know there's lots of people out there that use different products and whatnot. So can you tell me a little bit about the sessions in this academy that might be different than the last, or what you're emphasizing on this time?
Yeah, one of the great things about ConstructConnect is our connection. We have just incredible tools under our ConstructConnect umbrella. And so one of the things that we're doing is running a track about the integration between ConstructConnect Project Intelligence, which is kind of your lead finding service, the service that you use to find the very best bidding opportunities out there that are cultivated and customized to your success, and then grabbing those bids and matching them up with your favorite takeoff solution. So we're going to have one session that really, is a good, solid overview of Project Intelligence, ConstructConnect Project Intelligence, to make sure you understand how to use it, how to find all those bids. And then we're going to have 3 sessions to show you how to connect that with on-screen takeoff, with PlanSwift, with ConstructConnect takeoff. So whichever one of those is in your wheelhouse, we got a session for you to watch. And I'll add too, like, all of our sessions are recorded and you can watch them after the fact. So if you're looking at that and thinking, but I want to be at this other session too, no worries, you can watch the recording later. So we just wanted to make sure we kind of highlighted that. The other I'm so excited for is we have an entire track dedicated to PlanSwift. PlanSwift is one of the leading takeoff softwares out there, and we just had a release last week for PlanSwift 10.3. And so all of the sessions will be talking a little bit more about all the cool new stuff that we've built in there. We are going to be talking about how to increase your speed and accuracy, how to use all the parts and assemblies. If you really haven't like dug deep on how to take advantage of those tools, we got your back. We're going to be covering reporting, how to use all of the filters and grouping to really pull the best that you can out of that space. And then just best practices for file integrity, data integrity. Like, do you know the best way to make sure that you got all your information backed up and you know how to file share and all those things? PlanSwift has got your back there. So we have a just stellar PlanSwift team ready to go. We're really excited that they're joining the Academy this time around, and I hope to see you there. It's going to be awesome.
In addition to that, so if I want to know more about those specifically, I can go, I think the links are all provided here in the social media, and I can go to the actual event itself, and under the agenda page, all of these are listed. I think we're still updating a few of them, but the gist of all the courses and sessions are there. We're still updating some of the speakers and whatnot. But if you want to like look and see exactly what that session is supposed to be, then that's where it is. I do want to emphasize too, or actually ask you how you feel about this, Katie. So I want to make sure that everybody knows that. So if you come to the training portion, let's say you're coming into the Smart Bid or the I²Foot or the PlanSwift, which are the three that we're working on this academy. Is it like an introductory to teach me how to do everything? Is it full product training, or is it more best practices? Should I know something about the product already?
Great question. Great question. So we have really fantastic training that goes on every single day of every single week. And that's where we kind of help you get launched with your program. So this is more of a best practices approach. If you've never used it before, you can still come and get some great stuff out of it, because we have some time to dig in all day to dig into a variety of different things. So this is for everybody. If you're new, if you have been using it a long time, but it's a best practice focused space where we can really zero in on specific uses of the program.
Fantastic. It sounds like it's going to be a fun time for everybody.
Yeah, I think
so. No matter who you are,
awesome.
If you're in pre-construction, I think it's a great place to come. Well, Katie, is there anything else before I move on that you would like to add?
We're excited for those of you who came out last time. If you came out last time, we got new stuff. So come out again. We'd love to see you, and keep the ideas coming on what you want to see in our takeoff and estimating space, and in the grander spot. I know Amanda's going to talk a little bit more about the other pieces of our program, but keep in mind, don't be overwhelmed by the fact that we have many simultaneous running tracks. You can watch everything on recording later. So just pick what you want to go to live and pick up whatever else you missed after the fact. It'll be up for a while.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark.
Really great information, Katie. And the excitement that Katie has, I feel it every time. In fact, I get goosebumps right now. So I just can't wait for this one, and then for the one after that, and the one after that, and so on and so on. So without further ado, I want to introduce to you, if you haven't met her before, many of our clients have talked to her in one shape or form somehow. I'm sure you've touched base with her team at some point, but this is Amanda Moore. And Amanda Moore, I want to ask you the same thing. So first off, who you are and what you do at ConstructConnect.
Yeah. Hey, Mark, first time caller. Love your show. So I am the director currently for our GC onboarding and support team, but I'm actually transitioning to another role in the business, which is super exciting, for our GC product marketing. So it's a neat little niche where I sit between product and all the cool, fascinating new things they're building for customers, and also sort of between marketing. So I get to communicate to our existing customers. So all the experience and knowledge that I've learned from our customers, I'm going to translate that into, really helpful tutorial guides and nurture tracks and those nice little emails you want to get for some warm and fuzzies from us. I'm gonna be transitioning to that effort. So I'm super excited. You guys won't be losing me from the Academy though. This is I live and breathe the Academy. I was so excited when this got started a couple of years ago, and Mark pioneering it with Smart Bid and then letting us jump on the train. So that's kind of what I do. I currently work with our team of onboarding and support and training reps for the GC platforms, which are I²Foot, ConstructConnect Bid Management, and Smart Bid. So moving all of that skill set over to our communication piece. that's where we're going.
That sounds exciting. I can't wait to be seeing what you do or working with you on some of that as well from the marketing
Definitely.
team. So with all that said, with your role and the experience and where you're at right now, what's your role in this specific academy? Because again, it's not the same as it was last time. There may be some things that are similar, and I know you'll be diving into the I²foot and the smart bid part of it. So can you tell us a little bit about what to expect? Is there something significantly different from last time?
Yeah, great question. So I'm going to help a lot with the I²foot sessions. It's kind of my baby. I love my heart I²foot platform. So, but you're going to see a new speaker this time, Christina Rodriguez. If anyone has called into support or gone through onboarding, most likely you've talked to Christina. She's also our senior technical support rep. So if there's anything anyone on the call needs to know, between our two brains, we got this. We'll have an answer for you. But also we love to hear, what's working, what's not, how can we make it better? So Christina and I are going to be working on those I²foot sessions, probably sprinkle in some other past presenters like Gina Penny, Scott Burton. And that's focusing on the I²foot track. To Katie's point about what we saw good reactions from in the last Academy in March, the top 10 theme seemed to really be a hit. So we're bringing the top 10 back. And don't worry, it's never actually 10. It's usually like 12 or 13 because, bonus material. And we're going to focus on shortcuts. So, there's usually at least 3 different ways to do something in I²foot because each workflow has, different pros and cons and works better in different scenarios. So what are those other little things you can be doing to make your workflow quicker or a few less clicks? I know there's a couple customers out there who like to count their clicks. So let's see how we can make a few less clicks for you. We're also having some crossover themes between SmartBid and I²foot when it comes to project security. Frequently in support and onboarding, we hear about, hey, how do I make sure the wrong subs aren't seeing this project, or this is hitting the street when it shouldn't be? We're going to walk you through several different things you can do, including project security when it comes to forwarding invites or not forwarding invites or allowing access, and also non-disclosure agreements. This is a really cool function that if you haven't used it before, we're going to walk you through. And that's going to be for both I²foot and SmartBid. So you'll see it on both. And to the previous points about, hey, I want to see 2 sessions that are happening at the same time, no problem. They're all recorded. You can come back. And we really like to keep these sessions to about 50 minutes so they're digestible. We have plenty of takeaways. So if it's 2 weeks after the session, you're like, I know there's a button on how to do this. Where was that button? We have screenshots, PowerPoints, takeaways for you so that you have reference guides after this. We know it's a lot of material and we don't want you to forget anything or not have a way to pick it up when you're back at your desk.
When you said recorded, it dawned on me. I want to make sure that everybody's clear. This will be live. It will be live. All the mistakes will be there. That will be live and real. I'll probably be the only one doing those. But I want to make sure that that's clear. So when Amanda and Katie mentioned the recording, that means the actual session itself, it processes and it'll actually be available in about the same amount of time the length of the session was. It takes that amount of time to put it right back up into the agenda, so you'll have access to those.
Great point, Mark. So if I have a cat, because I don't actually have a door to my office, unlike my 2 fabulous coworkers here who have doors in their house, I may have a cat jumping up on my desk and there's nothing I can do to stop it. So she may start drinking my coffee. Who knows? It's going to be exciting.
Definitely. We never know what to expect. Phones ringing, children, cats, dogs, whatever the case is. That's what makes it fun. What else I wanted to ask you? Based on the last Academy, because I know we had some smart bid sessions. I know I did a session or 2 myself, and I'll be doing, I think for sure, still haven't nailed everything down. For sure, I'll be doing the bid tabs, bid leveling session, which I'm super excited about. But in thinking of the past Academy, I mean, how many? What was the best feedback that you got from that? I mean, was it overall like, man, I'm really glad I came, I didn't know that, or because I don't want to just say it if that's what it really was or wasn't what it really was.
Yeah, I feel like the feedback was that nudge to go try something you've never tried before. It last time was our first time talking about template management. It's something we try and get to when we do onboarding, but it's not, something you need to do day one, learning how to create a project. So I feel like the academy is the opportunity to say, there's always been this button I've wanted to know about. I'm curious if the academy is going to cover it this time. Most likely we are, but if we don't, as you see in the chat, we have an email address. We love to hear from you guys. So if there's a topic that's not covered, let us know. We'll work it into the next one, most likely. Or it's something we can fit in like a top 10, or maybe we'll just reach out to you and have a conversation. But the best feedback I've gotten is, hey, I tried something new that I've never tried before, and this is like super helpful. So thank you for that.
Awesome. I wanted to mention too, but before I forget, some significant changes. Not only the new sessions and some of the new tracks and pushing up the amount of sessions that are for industry and thought leadership, we're going to have ConstructConnect swag, which is awesome. Everybody wants swag too, right? So stay tuned for some emails that'll be coming. When you register, you'll see some of that stuff that becomes available. But I wanted to make sure that I mentioned that this time, because who doesn't love free swag? So before I move on though, Amanda, was there anything else you wanted to add to this?
I think we're good because we're going to do bid tabs, which is a huge functionality in Smart Bid. I'm super excited that you're going to be running that one. Project security is big. I think we've covered it. Okay.
A couple things that I do want to mention. We have a couple minutes left, so I may as well figure, hey, I already messed you up by you being here an hour ago. I may as well just, kind of continue that on. But I won't take too much more of your time. One of the things we did on the last academy that we'll have again this time is a concierge. So if you get in here on the agenda, if you go to the agenda page, which maybe on the next live stream I'll actually show that. That might actually be kind of cool. There is a session called the concierge. And you can go there like, well, I don't know where to go. What do I want to do? We will have somebody there that will help you go to the right area. If you have questions there, you can dive in there, and we'll help direct you to the right person or the right session. We did have people that came in with specific product or account questions. We can at least get that information to the right people and get that done. So that'll be there and available for you, and it'll be open all day. In fact, we'll be opening up the concierge, I think, an hour before the actual session. So you'll see, even though it starts, now let me get my time zone right. It is from 10 o'clock to 4:30 Eastern time. Okay, and that is on June 23rd. And you can see in the links below and in the social media and in emails and whatnot, you'll see that information there as well. But we will actually be online probably an hour before that in case any questions come in. We had a lot of people that weren't sure how they're, am I allowed to go to all the sessions or whatever? We're going to be there early to help address all those issues for you. The other thing that I want to make sure to mention too is take advantage of the early bird pricing. It's like a whole third off the price. I mean, I think it's $50 for the whole day, plus the access to all of that other stuff for your team. By the way, the PowerPoints and the recordings that Amanda mentioned, you are free to distribute those within your company. We've gone through legal. We're all good with that. You can't just put them out on the internet, but you can distribute those for your company. So all of that material will be available for you. So the early bird pricing, I believe, ends June 11th. So make sure that you take advantage of that. And if there's any questions, specific questions on the content, you can email us at academy@constructconnect.com. If you go to the actual Academy webpage and look at the full agenda, everything is there. But again, if you have any questions, make sure to contact us and let us know. We monitor that email all day, so we'll get the answer to you. The other thing I want to mention is the whole series this year has been becoming a bidding pro. And that's what pre-construction is focused on, is bidding. And we want to help you be a pro at that and make better bidding decisions this year. We also have some dates outlined for the third and fourth quarter. I believe they are September 23rd and December 8th are the next academies. Would love your feedback. We will have surveys and all that other good stuff. They're very short, But the only reason that I'm mentioning that is because that helps us get the content you guys want to hear. Do you want more thought leadership? Do you want more product training? Do you want breakout rooms? What, you know, we're open to whatever it is that you guys want, and we'll look at all of those as well. I think, oh, there's one last question, and we have 5 minutes, and I have to ask. So I think you've already answered this, Katie. I'm kind of throwing you on the spot here. You have a day job, and your day job as the director for training and everything else encompasses your entire day. In fact, I see emails from you sometimes very early morning, sometimes very late night, all that other stuff. You don't have to do this, but you do. And I just want, 30 seconds. Can you tell me again, which I think you've already answered, but I want to hear it again. Why are you doing these academies?
Oh gosh, for me, it's about connection, and it's about influencing the industry. Every single day, my team encounters people coming into product training who are asking how to read plans, who are asking, am I putting my bid together correctly? These are not things formally that we are teaching, but we teach them because there are a lot of people jumping into the construction industry, which is yay, awesome. But we need to equip everybody who's coming in to make sure that they're going to be successful. And so every day, our teams are just really passionate about making sure that you're successful using our software, but like in your job, in your pursuit, in building the business that you have out there. And so the Academy gives us a space to talk about the connection of all the cool tools that we have under the ConstructConnect umbrella, pull them together, show how you can really make a powerful collection of success, of all the different areas, finding your bid, posting bids and networking with GCs and subs, and then putting your bids together. I mean, we just have so much covered, but also to connect with all of our clients and say, like, we see you and we see that you're out there trying to be a successful contractor, trying to be a successful builder. We want to be a part of that. And we know it goes beyond, please click on this button. It just goes far beyond that. And everybody at our company is really passionate about that, about building people's success out. So it's a privilege to be a part of this opportunity and to pull people in from all over the business to help everybody go the next step and go deeper with all their programs. So
that's awesome. That's awesome. Amanda, we still have a few minutes. So same with you. I mean, I've seen both of you work with your teams and everything. I have this new thing, like, please don't ask anybody if they're busy on these teams, because everybody is busy. But Amanda, you too, you have your day job, you have a lot of responsibilities and a transition going on at the same time. You could just step away from this and say, I'm sorry, I don't have time for that. But you chose not to, and would love for people to hear why.
It's purely selfish. I absolutely love talking to my customers and helping them. It's my main motivator in life is just how can I help? If it's helping you understand something, helping you do something better, helping you feel more confident and empowered to do something, that's my jam. So I look forward to getting to see my people have their aha moment of like, that's all I had to do? It was that easy? Why haven't I been doing this the last 5 years? I've been using I Square Foot or SmartBid or ConstructConnect. Like, that's my jam. I get so excited, and I get to join in their happy moment of learning how to do something. And we have a culture of curiosity and continued learning here at ConstructConnect. So it just fuels me learning new things. And oh my gosh, I'm so excited. I want to show you guys these cool new things too. So taking the fear out of new things as well. If you aren't adapted to change, it's terrifying and it can be paralyzing. So if we can make it fun and not scary and simple enough that you can pick it up yourself, like, I've done my job, I'm a happy person. So it's purely selfish.
I have to say the same. For those that know me, being an extrovert in a pandemic was like exhausting, because my poor family just having to listen to me 24/7 without any kind of release. I'm like a little kid running around the house. That's kind of how I am. But it's the same thing. It's very selfish. I have such a passion. I love entertaining. comes from, back in the day, playing music for a living and so on and so on. I love getting in front of people. I love the rawness that this team brings as well, but it's very professional at the same time. And I think it's just the passion that drives us. So I want to thank you, Katie and Amanda, and anybody else that joined. I also want to thank Nadia behind the scenes, who's kind of monitoring the chats and helping. And again, my apologies for being an hour late, but we'll get it better next time. But stay tuned. We're going to do some more live feeds. So make sure that you share this, hashtag ConstructConnect Academy, and all that good stuff. Share it on Facebook, Twitter chat, Insta chat, Gram thing, whatever all those are. But yeah, please make sure to share them on social media. And I think Denise, our social media person, is probably going to educate me a little bit more on those terms. But anyways, it's fun being in front of you, and I can't wait for this thing to take off. So we will see you soon. And until then, happy bidding. Thanks, y'all.